Hey everyone, it is Sam here and we are talking desserts today. This is not a 5-minute meal, but it only requires like 2 minutes of your time and the rest of it gets done in the oven. Y'all, I'm coming to you with a Thanksgiving style favorite because this time of year, if you're anything like me, you're on Pinterest and you keep seeing all these yummy things and your mind starts going a million different places. I wanted to give you something that is both delicious and healthy and super simple because I want you to keep your goals in mind even when you're indulging. So that's what we're gonna do today. This is an individual, so you don't have to share. Yay! It's a crustless pumpkin pie. The recipe is on Bites of Wellness. If you guys don't know me, welcome. My name is Samantha. I am the founder of Bites of Wellness, which is your go-to resource for anything healthy. So lots of really healthy, simple, high protein desserts and lots of meal plan options, dinner, anything you can think of right there. Easy to find. If you ever want me to make you something, just let me know. All right, so again, today I am making these crustless. These are kind of in the oven recently, so they're a little bit hot, but they're crustless. They're one serving. They're about 115-ish calories. Not that that matters. What I love about them is that you can fill them with anything you want. So you guys can see, this is that pumpkin pie texture. You want to let this cool off a little bit, so you don't want to necessarily make this right out of the oven. Give it some time. But it's super easy to hide these in the refrigerator and your kids won't get to them, right? Probably not make double. That's all. That's what I say. So I'm going to show you everything that this has in it. It's a quick throw together. So you need a can of pumpkin. So get that first. It's about a cup of pumpkin. So this is going to make 4 of these smaller servings. Just a heads up. I am going to just get the pumpkin on. So pumpkin, just like yesterday we were talking about how if you were to make the cranberry sauce earlier than if you're trying it out or something like that, it's full of lots of vitamins and minerals. Same thing with the pumpkin. And the pumpkin, why it's such a great recipe for dessert specifically, is that it is really high in fiber. So it will help you feel full. Have you guys ever had like desserts? I know anytime I am craving like ice cream or like frozen yogurt, you don't actually feel full after. You just kind of get that like sweet sensation satisfied, but you could like totally eat a whole nother meal. Not with this, you guys. This is gonna be a lot more filling. It's gonna have some protein in it. So we're almost at a cup. Let's call it a cup because I had to make these earlier. All right, so we've got a cup of pumpkin, easy. Get this out of the way. We're gonna use 4 egg whites. I have not tried to substitute this out without egg whites, so if you don't do eggs, you might wanna go find a vegan blogger to look for a similar recipe for. You probably could get away with using chia seeds. I just don't know, guys. So check that out if you need it. There's lots of great people online sharing their health and wellness. All right, 4 egg whites. If you guys don't know how to crack an egg, just some people don't. So you try to crack it so that you can get a good break. You want to open it up and try to catch the yolk in one side or the other. Let it fall, and then you kind of just move the yolk around until all of the whites come off, just in case you didn't know. And tip for you if you're trying to save money, these are not cage-free, hormone-free, all the thing-free eggs. When I'm baking or anytime I'm only using the egg whites, I get the cheaper eggs. I know, sorry chickens, but the fat is where most of that stuff that you don't want to ingest is, and that's going to be the yolk. So if I'm not using the yolk, I don't make it as big of a priority. So anytime I'm eating the yolk, you better believe I'm getting those $6 eggs. But other times, it's just whatever's in the grocery store on sale. So tip for you. All right, so eggs and the pumpkin. You guys know I love me some coconut flour. It's great for thickening. It's also a really good source of that fiber that'll help you feel full. So just a tablespoon of that coconut flour. And then we're gonna get super basic and just go pumpkin spice all the way. You need about a teaspoon of pumpkin spice. If you like it spicier, you could add more. If you're not a fan of pumpkin spice, you could always just do cinnamon or something like that. I need to get 2 packets of stevia, which I forgot. Sorry guys, I try to be prepared, I swear. All right, stevia is gonna be the way that this gets sweetened. So again, we are not adding a ton of sugar. This is a good dessert option. Won't make you a crazy sugar person. We're gonna stir all that together. Now here's the part where you have an option. I'm personally gonna add in some collagen peptides. If you have them in the house, great, add them in. The reason I love collagen is because it helps with gut repair, and it's also amazing for your skin, hair, and nails. So collagen is essentially what makes your skin have more of a like bounciness, and it also is really good for your gut. So if you've been dealing with any kind of stomach issues, I really just recommend collagen peptides to just about everyone I talk to, because we all have stressful lives. We're dealing with a lot, and our stomachs go through a lot for that. So this is a great way to help just keep your immune system up and things like that. So 2 scoops of collagen peptides. I will tell you guys, they're a little bit harder to mix in if you're using cold stuff. So I let my eggs sit out for a second because they don't like to dissolve as fast in cold. They love dissolving in hot. So most of the time I have my collagen with coffee or tea. Just heads up. All right, so easy enough, right? All that's done. You're gonna get ramekins. So you guys can see these are bigger, so we won't fill them up as much. That's fine. And we're gonna do a little bit of maple syrup. So it's 2 teaspoons for the whole recipe, so that's a half of a teaspoon in each. If you wanted to do more, you could. I find that this gives just enough of that flavor that you're looking for without making it so sugary. All right, so I will move this out of the way, show you guys what I'm doing. So you just put a little bit of maple in the ramekin and just kind of swirl it around a little bit. The idea is to get it just kind of in the cracks. Helps so stuff doesn't stick. Super good. If you want to spray these, you can with coconut oil or whatever you love. I'm just moving it around. All right, cool. So here's when you can get creative. For these, I put in chocolate chips, pumpkin seeds, and coconut. If you don't like any of those things, you don't have to add it. If you'd rather sprinkle it on top, you can. But I like biting into these with it already mixed in. So I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds. Good source of fiber. Some coconut flakes, about 2 tablespoons or so. And then, Dave, you want chocolate chips in these? Yes, chocolate chips in the rest of them. So about 2 teaspoons-ish. Oh, go a little crazy with those. No, not too much. All right, mix all that up. Again, that's going to be on you. If you want to do cranberries in there, if you want to do pecans, something like that. And you're going to just try to divide this into 4. So just pour a little bit. Think about dividing it in 4. You could definitely just make this in 2. That would be just as easy. But again, we're working on some portion control here. So I'm going to do that. Now, you just need to put the oven on 375. If you have a little like toaster oven that will bake for you, you could put it in there. There's no right or wrong place to do this. I will recommend though, because I've done this before, to use a tray and don't try to just put these in individually, because when you go to pull them out, they're hot and it's just harder. So I'm going to throw these on your tray, and these are going to go in the oven for 35 minutes. So if you're not jabbing your jaw, you can probably get this done in 2 or 3 minutes. Throw them in the oven, let them cool down slightly, and then you can enjoy them. My favorite way, and this is a shout out to my friend Katie, is dairy-free Cocoa Whip on top. But this is not mandatory. So if you've never had this, this is So Delicious brand. It's in the freezer section at Whole Foods. Grab some. It's delicious. Any questions? No? All right, guys. I hope you have a great night. If you make these, tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see them. Have a good one.